Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back. I have a really exciting book for you. It's called How Full Is Your Bucket? Now, this story is about how we treat others around us. And I know me and Mrs. Fennick talk a lot about how we treat our neighbors and our friends. But right now, we are spending a lot of time with our siblings. So let's figure out how we can fill our siblings' buckets. And mom and dad. Felix was putting one of the last blocks on his tower when his little sister came in. "I want to build with you," she said. Felix scowled. "Go away, you're too little." "I'm big. Stay back. You'll knock it over. I can be very careful. Go play with your baby toys, Anna." Thwack. I know a lot of you probably know how to do that or have had that done to you. How would that make you feel if someone did that to your tower? Grandpa shook his head. "Felix, you just dipped from your sister's bucket. Like everyone else, Anna has an invisible bucket. When it's empty, she feels bad, but when it's full, she feels great. Didn't you ever notice your own bucket?" Invisible bucket? Sometimes Felix couldn't quite tell when his grandfather was joking. But the next morning when Felix woke up, there it was, a small gray bucket floating above his head. When Felix came down to have breakfast, his mom was in a hurry. "I've got a meeting this morning and it's almost time to go. Anna, sit still." Felix slipped and cocoa wheat scattered across the floor. "Felix," yelled his mom, "you should have used the stool to reach that." Felix couldn't feel his bucket tip, and big invisible drips spill out. Drip, drip. "Ha ha," Anna laughed as she crunched the cereal with her shoe. Drip. "Get the broom and clean up that before you miss the bus," scolded Mom. With the school bus honking, Felix quickly swept up the cocoa wheats and grabbed the last blueberry muffin, but before he could even take one bite, Buster jumped up and grabbed the muffin from his hand. Drip. "Hey, look at Felix's new backpack. My baby brother has one just like it." Drip. "Psst, Felix. Psst." Drip. "Watch out, shrimp." Drip. Looks like the bucket has less and less water in it as things happen. It was still morning and Felix's bucket felt almost empty. As he watched his classmates walk into the room, he secretly hoped they would trip and fall. That's what it feels like when you have an empty bucket. Felix slumped into his seat and waited for something else bad to happen. Mrs. Bumblenickel walked slowly up to his desk and handed him a paper he could hardly bear to look. "Felix, you wrote a wonderful story. Would you please share it with the class?" Felix grinned and felt a big drop land right in his bucket. Drop. The class grew quiet. They laughed at all the right places and oohed at the scary parts. When Felix finally read the end, everyone clapped, even Emily, who sat next to him and didn't usually like dinosaurs. Felix felt a whole shower of drops land in his bucket. Maybe the day wouldn't be so bad after all. Look at all the drops. Looks like his bucket is getting fuller now. Looks like he's sitting and having lunch with a friend. Drop. Team captains today are Veronica and Felix. Drop. "Nice cow. It's a dog. Well, nice colors there, Felix." Drop. "Cool laser ant backpack, Felix." Drop. By afternoon, Felix's bucket was nearly full. At recess, when he looked around, Felix suddenly realized that his grandpa was right. Everyone else has buckets too. Can you see all the buckets that friends have above their heads? Let me help you. Drop. And now he's putting drops in his teacher's bucket. Here's your baseball. Catch. Thanks, dude. Drop, drop. It looks like Felix is getting drops from being kind to other people as well. Hi, I'm Felix. First day? Yeah, I'm Amir. Drop, drop. The strange thing was that for every drop he helped put in someone else's bucket, he felt another drop in his own. When Felix burst in the door after school, he shouted, "You were right, Grandpa, I do have a bucket, and I understand how it works." Then he saw Anna's torn doll. "Bad dog," he almost scolded, but then he thought, dogs might have an invisible bucket too. "Your dog will be okay, Anna," said Felix. "Mom will fix her. Until then, do you want to help me build the tallest building in the whole world with my blocks?" That was a kind way to ask a friend. And so they did. What a wonderful story. Now, what I want to ask today is, how can you fill someone else's bucket? Can you help mom clear the table with dishes? Can you help a sibling play with them? Could you even invite somebody? Who knows what you can do to fill someone's bucket? Have a great day, friends.